Hey there. What are you doing? Where did your clothes go? Having dreams about being naked? That was such a corny intro. But if you're having dreams about being naked in public, welcome to Dream Mail, where you ask questions and I give you answers. And today we're diving into why you had that dream about being naked in public. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jesse Lyon, a licensed mental health counselor, certified trauma hypnotherapist, and a dream interpreter. And I'm going to answer your questions about dreams today. This all comes from my weekly email newsletter, where I send out tips, advice, interpretations for the dreams that you have so you never have to wonder. If you'd like to get subscribed and get these emails before they become YouTube shows so you can be ahead of the game and answer all your friends' questions about what their dreams mean, subscribe to the email list down below. Don't sell anything. Maybe one day I'll hit it big and get a great sponsor, but until then, it's just free resource because I want to make the world a better place. So let's check this out. Why would this happen? It's a very common dream. I got to say top 10 of the dreams that I get asked about on a weekly basis. But if you're ignoring it, you're going to miss out on some key details that your mind's trying to warn you about. Hey there, dreamer. You know the one. You show up to school, work, church, a crowded Target. I have the ones where I'm in a department store. We'll get into that. And you realized you are not wearing clothes or in your underwear. I'm often in my underwear. I actually talked with a news anchor one time, local Channel 6, and he told me, he's like, he always has the dream about running late to work and showing up without his shirt on. And I was like, oh, classic. And so I gave him the same answer I'm going to give you here in this email. Somehow forgot pants entirely. Why does the brain do that? You panic, you try to hide, but everyone's looking. And your subconscious, oh, she's laughing. Let's decode what's really going on here. Why do you dream of being naked in public? Dreams about nudity aren't about your body. They're about your identity, right? We share a lot about who we are with the way that we dress, right? Like even now as a counselor, I've got other clients I'm going to see today. I'm making this in between sessions. I wear this outfit for very specific reasons. Like I'm wearing blue jeans, a t-shirt, and like a necklace. I got my hair done. And it's like, I want to communicate that I took the time to get ready. I care about like being prepared for my client when they walk in, but it's also casual. It's okay to share some of the things that aren't very professional about our life. And so a lot of that's being communicated, right? When you go to the doctor's office, they wear that lab coat and the stethoscope. That gives them a certain air of authority that's like, okay, they know what they're doing. They got the stethoscope. I can trust them to check me out, you know? We communicate a lot through how we dress. And so I'm very nervous to scroll down past this picture. Great. Okay, good. Not going to get my channel demonetized on YouTube. I would like to get it monetized. We're not even there yet, but at least I won't get it banned. Okay. This symbol shows up when you feel exposed, vulnerable, ashamed, or afraid of being judged. In Jungian terms, it's your psyche revealing a moment where your social mask, which we call in psychoanalysis your persona, is slipping, and your true self, just called the self, is getting a little too close to the surface. Spoiler alert, the subconscious loves drama. And we do all wear a mask. And you know, I don't want you to go thinking that wearing a mask is necessarily bad. I think sometimes we wear the mask too much and we lose our identity. That's no good. But for example, I'm not sharing about my personal life right now because I'm sharing something important with you through YouTube. And as a professional, this is my professional persona, right? And so we take on and off different personas throughout the day. Like this morning before I got to work, I was wearing the dad persona because I was on baby duty. And so I was watching my 2-year-old, and you should have seen it was a hoot and a holler, but I was certainly not professional. You know, we were traipsing around as superheroes and playing hide and seek and being spooky monsters, right? You're not seeing that right now because that's not what I want to present to you. So I'm showing you a part of myself, a persona of my full true self. It's not bad, but when we forget to take it off, we can lose who we truly are and how many different beautiful parts there are down below the surface in your subconscious. Here's some common versions. So let me know which one you have in the comments down below. Please send me the whole dream. I'd love to take a look at it, and you know, we can kind of compare notes amongst the community. No clothes at all. Okay. You feel totally unprepared or caught off guard in waking life. This might show up around public speaking, performance anxiety, or starting something new where you don't feel ready. You know, clothes also protect us. And so when we don't feel ready, it's kind of symbolically like we showed up with our pants down. You know, that's where we kind of get that phrase from in our culture. What about just underwear? You're trying to keep it together, but you feel exposed. These dreams show up when you're letting people in, but only a little. It's about partial vulnerability, which can be even more awkward. Let's be honest. It's true. It's like you're almost in, but not quite. And so now I don't know where you are. You don't know where I am. And, so it's a little bit of a different version of the same kind of trope. What about no one else notices you're naked? And that's usually for me, my dreams, I'm like in a Target or in a supermarket and I've got my underpants on or I got nothing on and nobody notices, but I'm like hiding amongst the like clothes stands. This one's fun. And by fun, I mean mortifying. It means you're judging yourself more harshly than others. Why you gotta do me like that? It's very true. Now I feel exposed. Now don't I feel naked online with YouTube? You're thinking people are staring, but the truth is, it's your own inner critic who won't let up. And if that's you, I see you, I feel you. Girlfriend, listen, I'm there. Trying to hide. Well, we're getting a little deeper, aren't we? You're trying to protect your image or keep part of yourself out of sight. You're terrified that if people saw the real you, they wouldn't accept it. But that's just a fear talking, not truth. I think a lot of times because of our past experiences, we do get that impression that if I showed up as my true authentic self, I wouldn't be accepted, or worse, that would be used as an opportunity to hurt me further. Now, that may have been true at some point in your life, but then what happens is as we experience that trauma, that becomes an identity. So it's like, I can't expose myself because if I expose myself, I will be hurt. Those people who did that, it was true. Your bullies, your childhood, that cousin, I don't know, your friend, whatever it was, that was true with them. They tried to hurt you, but nobody can take your identity away from you. And I'm sure it really did hurt. I don't mean to minimize that, but the truth is that that's not everybody. Oftentimes in a beautiful romantic relationship or a beautiful friendship or an authentic mentor relationship, when we expose ourselves in a raw, authentic, empathetic way, that's the time that those relationships get deepest and we feel the most cared for. And so, yes, I get it, but don't let some experiences be extrapolated erroneously to all experiences. There are beautiful friendships to be had, but you do got to find the right person. Not everybody deserves every part of you, but when you find one that you can share, it's really beautiful. So here's the question. Am I doomed? Not even close. These dreams are your mind asking for grace. They're showing you that somewhere in your waking life, you're feeling unseen, unworthy, or anxious about being judged. And it's time to give yourself the acceptance that you're craving. It's okay, my friend. It's okay. Instead of asking what's wrong with me, try asking, where do I feel unsafe showing up as my full self? That's the room your subconscious wants to unlock. Be yourself and know who you can show yourself to and who is not worth your time. Sometimes we find ourselves in an environment of friends that are genuinely toxic for us. And I'm not saying all of them are, but sometimes it's like we got to sit down and ask ourselves, are these friends taking me closer to the version of myself I want to be or taking me further away? And is it my own self-judgment that's holding me back? And then I'm interpreting everyone as being judgy because really deep down it's me who's the most judgy. I think that's what we got to talk through. Listen, if you want to go into a deeper dive on this topic, you might have seen already on the channel that I have a dream show where I invite followers just like you, regular, average, everyday individuals who are beautiful, unique, and special to share their dreams. And we take a deep dive for about an hour into what that dream really means to finally get you some answers. It's not mental health. It's not counseling. It's not therapy. It's a show. But my hope and dream is that it inspires you to further the work into your own subconscious and that it inspires other mental health professionals and researchers to look deeper into the meaning behind our dreams and how they can be an asset to the trauma recovery and mental health recovery process. So if you'd like to be a part of that and want to send me your dream and be on the show and share it, the application link is down below, but it's also in these emails. So don't forget to subscribe over there. As always, you're welcome to reply to this email and talk with me and share your dreams. I'd love to hear it and help you make sense of it. You're not alone out there, dreamer. You're just a little exposed, and that's okay. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.